Today's show is brought to you by the good people at Dandy Folk. Peruse the ever-expanding collection of accessories like reversible venture hoods, scarves, masks, and more to get you through the seasons in style. Look at the ever-expanding fandom collection. Are you into the Doctor, Hobbits, Wizards, the Force, the Federation? Ha! Well, they've got you covered. See what I did there? Because, you know, it's a mask. It covers you. Their cotton masks are hand machine washable with sewn-in polypropylene filters, built-in stainless steel nose bridges, and have comfortable woven elastic. The 3D shape of the new mask patterns provides more breathing space between your mouth and nose and the fabric, while offering a good seal across the nose and under the chin. And here's how it works. You're like, Shakespeare, it's 2020. Of course I know how a mask works. Well, do you? Let's see. Now, you have the bottom part here. You have the top part there. Put it on. There you go. And see, it goes under your chin and well over your nose. Now, there is a bonus part that you can also order, a silicone face mask, which actually, some people have called them the lipstick protector. I say it is your microphone supplement if you work in my business. So, goes over your mouth and nose, in between, and you have even more room, and you can hear me a lot more clearly. And if you are wearing lipstick, which I'm not doing at the moment, but maybe I'd like to eventually, it'll keep your lipstick from getting smeared on your mask. So, save $5 off your order of $50 or more by using my special code, DeathByFluffyKittens, right there. Shop now at dandyfolk.etsy.com and follow them on Instagram at dandyfolk. Dandyfolk, bits and baubles for the sharp and snazzy. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another amazing edition of Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I am on my coffee break. Let's start things off with a nice, noisy slurp. That's just good internet audio. I don't care. Here you are. What a week this has been! Oh my God! I mean, look, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. But just so you know, I went hiking. And while I was hiking, nearly 11 miles with off-screen life. For no reason whatsoever. Maybe just because I love musical theatre, I don't know. But I just started going, can you feel the brand new day? Can you feel the brand new day? I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there. Not saying anything. Not saying anything. Not at all. Nope. Not saying anything. Anyway, let's bring on my amazing guest. I have known this spectacular woman for at least 6-7 years now. She is brilliant, hilarious. She's adventurous. She's a freaking paladin. She is a paladin. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but she is one. Just like Stan on South Park, she is a paladin. And so, go look it up. Go look it up, internet. I'm not going to find the video clip and drop it in here. Go look it up and you'll thank me later. Let us welcome on to Shakespeare's Coffee Break for the first time ever, my friend Jasmine Leilani Kyle.
Me!
Muppet arms, oh my God. My dear friend, my dear nerd, how are you?
I'm fan-freaking-tastic.
You're fan freaking
Hey.
Love it. Well, oh, see, you're all Star Warsy, and I'm a little Star Trek. So you know what? We're just gonna go a little bit more Star Trek here, and I'm gonna, just gonna,
do it. Let's live long and prosper.
Let us, and also it's Captain Shakespeare. Shakespeare.
Excuse me.
Just like in Stardust, it's Captain Shakespeare.
Captain Shakespeare. Just call me Space Mom.
Space Mom. All right, Space Mom.
Space Mom. I got my one little right here. Official Space Mom over here. Hold on, wait. There she is.
There she is. Hey, yes. Space Mom. Good to see you.
My shrine to Space Mom. My
shrine. Space Mom shrine. Are you gonna? Well, with the hood, she kind of has like a little Virgin Mary thing going on. You know,
she does. I can't unsee it now. Oh no.
No, you can't.
Hold on. I gotta get Jesus Kenobi.
Jesus Kenobi. Oh, is that from his last years before he grew a beard?
Yes.
Before Jesus Kenobi grew his beard out.
He was a Padawan. This was his last Padawan years.
You know what? Now
the episode in which we do not speak.
Now, there were good moments of that episode.
I love that episode. Unpopular opinion, it's what got me officially really into Star Wars.
Me too, actually. Me too. I was 18 years old.
Still the best fight, Obi-Wan in Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul.
Yes, absolutely agreed.
My favorite fight. Yep.
Now, here's the thing though. What is better than that fight? The music video that they released a month and change in advance of the movie with to Duel of the Fates. Oh yeah, I bet it's out there on the YouTubes. But when they were cutting where it has the big fight as like the big part of it, but other parts of the movie you see a little bit of Darth Maul like right towards the end when you're like but Yoda going, I sense much fear in you.
I think I remember that.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Oh my God! And
are you threatening me?
And it was basically the world's longest movie trailer ever, but it was a mood piece, and that is what the Star Wars movies as a whole do very well that no one else really does. It's like everyone's like, oh, we have to show you all the best parts of the movie. Star Wars is like, here is 4 seconds of a thing. You don't know what it means. Like,
but our music's the best, so
exactly. For instance, when they did The Force Awakens, and you see towards the end of it, Han Solo and Chewbacca coming on, going, Chewie, we're
home. I know. Oh my God,
you don't know what the movie's about. You're just like, all right, take my money. Take my money.
The Falcon's there. Here. I need a part of this.
I have tears and I don't know why.
My life.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, I quite enjoyed episode 1 at the time. I thought parts of it were incredibly stupid.
And now it's kitschy. It's kitschy to me now.
But you know what?
So there's still joy in it.
My nephews like it.
Good.
Yeah, well, the one, he's 20 now, so he's too cool for everything. But the 13-year-old, that is his Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up with episodes 1, 2, and 3, and Clone Wars and Rebels and all that, that's his Star Wars. And I cannot take that away from him. It's just like, is it the best?
Everybody's got something. And I mean, to me, it's that whole soundtrack was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That was what got, like, I've always been exposed to Star Wars because my dad was a Trekkie. My dad is into sci-fi. Like, my oldest memory, I always say this, that like if I go back, my clearest memory is my dad used to work nights. He was an X-ray tech, so he would come home. My mom would like heat up his food. He'd sit in this one chair that he had, and if I was allowed to stay up, him and I would watch Dune. That's one of my oldest memories. Yeah. So when episode 1 was coming out, when they re-released, was it episode 4, 5, and 6?
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, and 6 into the theater.
Special editions.
He took me to go see them, and I was like, "This is where I belong."
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, the only tattoo that I have so far, that's going to change real soon, is Queen Amidala's insignia. Because it made me fall in love with costumes. It made me fall in love with sets. It made me fall in love with acting. It made me fall in love. So I was like, this is my jam. This is my jam.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. But that one's going to get added to soon. I'm about to get one real soon. So.
I can't do it. I can't do a tattoo. Nope.
I did the one, and it was when I was 19. So this was like 19 years ago.
No.
Almost 20 years ago.
Good for you. All right. See, for me, I have since that time period, 17, 18 years old, when it's like, hey, you can go get a tattoo now, legally and all that,
right?
On your own without your parents having to sign a consent form.
Right.
I was like, is there anything I like so much that I want it to be on my body forever?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I did? I was like, I think this is what I want. I didn't want a Rebel Lion symbol. I didn't want anything that was super recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been like instantly recognized by like 3 people ever in the like 19 years that I've had this tattoo. Mm-hmm. And I mean, also you're only ever going to see it if I'm wearing like a crop top, which is not anytime recently. Wait,
Is it
I've
on your
had two
belly button?
kids. It's on my back.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. It's what is very disturbingly referred to as a tramp stamp, but I don't. I'm like, well, it's my tramp stamp.
Listen,
it's the geekiest tramp stamp you ever saw.
It's like, hey, I got an Amidala tramp stamp, so
okay, it's Queen Amidala's insignia. Okay, because she is fabulous. Thank you.
Listen, Captain Typho, he has the same tramp stamp as I do.
Okay, we got it together. Okay, together.
Captain Typho, where did I pull that from?
Out of your out of your Sarlacc pit.
I love it.
But so I printed that out and I cut it like to be this big, and I put it on the inside of like a little makeup bag that I had that was clear in my bag. And so every time I went into my bag or anytime I went into my wallet, I saw it for a whole year. And if I still loved it, I was like, okay, then I'm going to get it. And I loved it enough that I got it. Yeah.
If I were to get anything, I mean, for a while, it was going to be like, it's going to be Batman. Just, Batman's
just the symbol. Yeah.
Symbol. And then for a bit, it was Superman. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I keep coming back to this thing right here, the Starfleet
Delta. What I was thinking that as soon as you said that.
Basic Starfleet Delta. However, what I might do, reach over here. Try to not fall off my stool. All right.
Yeah, don't do that.
So, yeah, don't do that. No. Why would you do that, Shakespeare? Comedy. Also, clumsiness. Now, with the original series, and you also see it on Discovery, everything, the different departmental symbols in the Starfleet Delta. So, Star is often just Starfleet on its own, but also Starfleet Command, right? Okay. And then there's various departments. There's science, there's engineering, there's medical. If I were to do anything, what I might do is this with either the Rebel Alliance symbol in there, and or the Jedi version of it, which is like, the lightsaber and just looking really cool, like that Phoenix look almost.
I probably have something like that saved.
I bet someone did it. But then, another version though that I've been considering is getting the masks of comedy and tragedy in there instead. So basically, I'm the Starfleet Entertainment Corps. Captain Shakespeare, you're in command of the vessel. Not possible. Why? Your rank of captain. Yes, but listen, I run a theater company.
It's less warp speed and more, oh, Captain, my captain.
It's more of okay, so all right, we're gonna take it again from the top. Noise is off, and go.
And go. That's it. Now, less taking care of the calm and more comedy.
You have the comedy, Mr. Shakespeare. Thank you, sir. Yeah,
thank you. I can do that.
So it might be some. If I were to do it, it might be something like that. But
I have something. I'll have to look through my Pinterest. In case most people don't know this about me. I have like 75,000 monthly viewers on Pinterest.
All right. So real quick. So my wife and I, we both do Pinterest, but I don't think either of us follow. I only follow her just in as much like what did she add? And so we can like
a lot of
trade so we can trade recipes and cat pictures back and forth.
Yeah.
Which is what the internet is for. But followers, like viewers. Oh, all right. You're gonna have to explain
because of all the so like I guess the more content that you curate doesn't necessarily mean things that I've uploaded, but like I curated a lot of folders and they're very organized, very specific. So like for example, if I have a folder for body art and modification. This is what we're talking about here. So it's very organized. It covers, and then I have individual folders within that folder that's like black and white, only black ink, white ink, colored pieces, geek pieces, floral pieces. I
feel like white ink would fade.
Yeah, man, but it's more supposed to be like, it's almost like a scarification kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be very subtle. So like, but just mean to say like I have a folder of body art and modification, and then within that folder I have folders. So like a lot of people like to follow because I'm continually adding stuff into that. Yeah. So I'll have like a folder that's just for spirits, right? Just alcoholic drinks, and I'm continually adding things to that. So if you like to cook or you like to bake, for example, like I have a whole folder that's just for baking, admiration of baking. So it's every kind of like pretty cake. So it's like animal cakes, floral cakes, chocolate cakes, you know, cupcakes, pies, and it's just every kind of, and I'm continually adding stuff to it. So you follow it because you're going to get ideas because there's always stuff being added to it.
Can you monetize this if you have that many followers? Viewers?
I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it. I don't know how many people you have to have. I guess I would have to be curating that content. So my who I like to call my fair wife has said to me the other day, yeah, I'm not gay, but my wife is.
My friend Chris, says that about his boyfriend. I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is. Yeah. So that's. Yeah.
I think
love it.
Lord Devere says that about his husband as well.
Yes, he does.
I'm not gay, but my husband is, and I'm like, hey, I like that. I'm gonna use that. And but no, she made a point the other like a couple weeks ago. She goes, I was like, oh, she's like, wow, you really have. I showed her the picture. She's like, you really do have that many monthly viewers. I was like, yeah, I don't know how to monetize it though. She's like, maybe you should start doing some of those like Pinterest tries, like recipes and things, little videotape me trying things in character. And I was like, I wonder how many people would actually watch that.
I like it. I
just have to figure out which character.
Or all of them.
Touche. Okay.
Be your weird sister. Be the Sultana Lila.
Oh my god, I love this.
Be a Jedi. Be a paladin. Be various things all the time.
Yeah,
and also it allows you to just break out every single piece of costuming you own. Stop combining them together.
So many costumes. Oh god.
Oh my gosh. It occurred to me about 5 minutes before we hit the record button. I was going to say, should we go put on Star Wars costumes? I didn't say it though. I know you have the Baby Yoda.
I know, I thought about that.
He is not the child, by the way. He's Baby Yoda. Accept it, internet. Accept it.
He's both.
I mean, Baby Yoda is a child. But what I'm saying is, he's Baby Yoda.
He's Baby Yoda.
Call him by his proper name.
Look at my little chicky nug. Oh, chicky nug.
Chicky nuggies with Chucky milk?
With Chucky milk? Oh my god.
If there's anybody watching, they're like, what is happening?
What is happening? You knew what this was.
You knew what this was going into it, internet.
It was. I always say that.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. No, I see you really got my gears going. Because it's something I always joke around with, but whenever I am given a new character on cast, not just like Sultana with Chase Treasure, but like everybody else, my one rule that I have for myself, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, all my characters are actually the same person. Starting with Avani Duende. She was my first character on cast. She got taken over by Luna Weird. Same person. And Luna Weird was like, I will return her. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I will return her. She didn't promise when, how, or where. She just said she'll return her. Well, Avani Duende leveled up because she came back rich as Sultana. So
oh my gosh.
So I was like, I'm gonna figure out a way to make sure that my character is the same person every year.
That's amazing.
She went off. She decided to come back as a pirate as Isadora Mila, or my Dora Milaje.
All right. So
anyway,
either she's just continually on the lam from somebody. She's like, I'm reinventing myself, and this is who I am now. And
well, here's the thing. Let me hold on.
Or she's a Time Lord.
You're close. You're close.
What is that?
It's my house.
She's a djinn. Love it. Da 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 da.
We're old. But
that is also known as the theory of evolution according to the state of Kansas. Now, not my joke, but I love it. So you are a super nerd, as we all know. And
I like to refer to myself as a geek. took a
right,
geek.
fair
I have
enough.
a very specific definition of those two things.
Everyone I say it to has different definitions. So I want to hear yours.
Okay, so to me, right, a nerd implies a certain level of knowledge,
All right.
right? Which is why you can use a nerd to refer to somebody who has a higher education, like a professor
Sure.
or a scientist, right? You can say, oh, that's a nerdy person. Just everything about them is nerdy because their whole life is the pursuit of knowledge.
Yes.
So to me, a nerd is the love of information of a thing. So you can be a nerd about a thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be sharing this thing with other people. It's more of a self-fulfillment, right? So you need to know all the details, all the facts, all the random facts that you can about this thing because you have a love and a need to know this thing, right?
Yes.
So you can be a food nerd, you can be a car nerd, you could be a sports nerd, you could be any kind of nerd. To me, a geek implies a love of a thing.
Okay.
So a nerd could be a geek, but you don't necessarily have to be a nerd to be a geek. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like to me, I got 2 kids, I work, I don't got time for it. I used to be a Star Wars nerd. You could ask me different facts and I could tell you who was the grip of this episode on this day and what is the serial number on this thing. I used to know all that stupid stuff.
Love it.
It's not stupid, I love it. You know what I mean? But now it's the pure love of the thing. And it could be, you could have just discovered that thing today and be like, this is the thing that I've been looking for my whole life. I know nothing about it except for that I love it. Or you could have been into this thing like Star Wars for like almost your whole life or your whole life. It's all about the love of the thing and you have to share it with people.
Love it.
That's
In that
the
case, I
But you're
used to
geeking out.
be.
You're geeking out. Oh my God.
There we go.
Geeking out.
Geeking out.
Yeah.
We're geeking out. So used to be massive Star Trek nerd. I knew the registry numbers, I crap you not, of every single Starfleet vessel that had ever appeared in Star Trek, the original series, Deep Space Nine, and The Next Generation.
I believe that.
I no longer know those things.
Well, yeah, because life gets lifey and you got other things that take up that space.
Yeah, needed. That being said, I do still remember random things on pop culture. For instance, the name of Captain Typho. I mean, that's Star Wars, but still, it's like...
Still.
So I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that film. Oh, God.
I can't remember what the last
longer than Off-Screen Wife and I have been together, and that's 15 years now.
It's been a lot.
It's a 21-year-old film now. That film is now old enough to drink.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
I don't want to know that. That's
yeah, well, now you do. Now you do, and it's not going to leave your head.
Oh, God.
As in, children born the year that film came out are possibly graduating college. They are old enough to drink. They are possibly having children themselves. Getting married, making grown-up choices. Yep. You're welcome.
Right.
Broke your brain a little bit. And Macaulay Culkin is over 40 now. You're welcome.
Screw you, man.
The best thing was when he put out the tweet on his birthday. I'm 40 now. Make you feel old?
Yes, it does. I mean, he's older than me, but that's fair.
He's older than I am too. I hit 40 at the end of the year.
By not much, because you and I are almost the same age. Are we not?
I was born in December of 80.
Okay, I was born in August of 82.
Oh, well, I've over a year and a half on you. All right, cool.
Close enough.
Yeah. August what?
25th.
You're 2 days after Off-Screen Wife. Yeah, she's August 23rd, 84. Yeah, so I just told everyone.
Look at that.
We're taking that out. We're taking that out. She doesn't want me telling the world that. Honestly, you're 2 days after Off-Screen Wife, and we're going to leave it there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shakespeare.
I would like you to live.
Shakespeare, this is a note to future you. Edit that out.
Hey, Shakespeare, remember that sex you were supposed to have ever again? Yeah, her neither.
Yeah. And the great thing is, sad thing is, this is all amazing, and that should be so in the show, but it's not going to be. Nope. And we're going to start the show now. So, anyway, how did your journey into professional geekery begin?
Oh, surprisingly enough, I guess at the Renaissance Fair, I suppose. Yes, at the Renaissance Fair. I've always loved costumes. I've always loved music. I've always sung. That's always been something I've done. I was performing singing before that. So, but I went to a Ren Fair, which is actually where I met my husband, ironically enough. He's not a Rennie.
I met off-screen wife at a Ren fair.
Isn't that funny? He's not a Rennie in any way. He was dragged with work friends there, but that's how it worked out. And I actually got to go back to that Ren fair and perform there for the first time. Not this past season, not the season, the season before that.
So 2019.
Yes, that season I got to go back to the South Florida Renaissance Fair, perform there. And I was like, things come full circle. Things really do come full circle. And I just, at the time, it was just a thing for fun. You know, I was just learning about cons and things like that. I only went to like a handful of them. But when I moved to Pennsylvania, I got to meet some long-term friends that I've met in an online Star Wars role play.
It happens.
You know who they are. You know who you are, sisters. You know who you are.
If they're watching this, I mean,
no,
let's assume they're not. This is just you and me. We're the other two good at watching this.
What if they ever do? You know who you are. I see you. You see me. And they lived near the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. So they convinced me to get a season pass. And so I'd spend my weekends there. And it was the first time I'd ever spent more than like a weekend at fair. And I just kind of one day, just towards the end of the season, looked around and I was like, I can dance, I can sing, I think I can act. I want to do this. I want to do this. And so I did.
So real quick, I can dance, I can sing, I think I can act. Did you do theater beforehand?
Nope. I did not.
Any performance at all?
Renaissance Fair, just singing. A little bit of modeling. That's it. Very little bit.
Look at you! Look at you being brilliant.
I try. So
I hate people like you. You're just like people
that
are like.
Was my first year doing any kind of acting.
I hate people like you. You're like, you know what? I think I can go do that. I'm just gonna go do it professionally. That's what I'm gonna do.
You love me.
I do, but I hate you.
Fake it till you make it.
It's like I have a little too much talent. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go put it. Gonna do it over there.
Stop. And I mean, it was kind of a safe. It was a safe bet because my friends were auditioning too, and we were part of the volunteer cast at first year. So it was nice to get that experience. That was William Wallace year. That was my first year, and through that is how I came into the information of the auditioning for the Quest. So that's how that started. Yeah. So in between year one of New Jersey Ren Fair and season 2, then my second year of New Jersey Ren Fair is when I did the Quest in there. Sandwich between.
I auditioned for that actually.
Yes, you told me that. Yeah. A couple people did.
Yeah.
A couple people did, which is why I really did. And here's the funny part is, I think they sent like a mass. They seen all these Rennies and we're like, these are the kind of people that we want, and sent out a huge mass like, come audition for this thing. I saw that it was in my messages and thoroughly ignored it for like 2 weeks.
Really?
I thought it was spam.
It's one of the only TV projects I went in an audition for.
And I really thought that I had missed out on it. And I sent him, I was like, hey, is this still a thing? Because I would love to, like, once I figured out it was legit. And I think I messaged a couple of people, did you guys get this? Like, what is it? Yeah, it's a legit thing. And I looked at the casting company. I was like, shit, I just missed out on an opportunity. No, and they just happened to be coming into town, and I went in to do some B-roll footage or whatever. They liked it, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's fantastic. I can't remember his name, but I auditioned with someone who ended up being on the show. So,
was it Chris? Chris Sokor?
No, it wasn't Chris Sokor.
Long hair? No. Jim. Andrew, what does he look like?
Tall.
Jim, tall, thin, young guy, very young.
Yeah.
Jim, probably Jim Carrey.
All right, yeah. And
Jimbo.
And they were like, and basically it came down to, we like you, but he's tall and good looking.
Oh, maybe it was Andrew. Jim, Andrew. They're all of them were tall. Everybody's tall to me. Okay.
Well, yeah.
All the guys were tall. So
yeah. You're in the fun size crowd with me.
Yes.
They're like, and so then my counter argument was, because they called me in they were weirdly polite this way. This is one of the few times this has happened. They called me in to tell me I would not be getting a job. All right. So I'm like, incredibly respectful. I'm like, wow, no
Right,
one does
that's
that.
nice
That's
when they-
nice. It's very
Yeah.
nice. But my counter argument was, well, I play Shakespeare. Like, professionally, like, that is really a good point.
It's,
But
but
he's tall and good looking. And you are...
because all the guys
silly.
were tall,
You're,
and I think all the guys were tall and good looking, and the women, we outnumbered the guys.
Yes, you did.
The paladins, and so the guys it was Shondo, Andrew, Chris, Jim, and Patrick. So those were the guys, the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be one of those. And I just assumed that it was like Chris or Andrew, because Chris is on cast. He's one of the guys at one of the New York Renaissance fairs.
Yeah. I know So Cool. It was not So Cool.
It was not him. So I was just thinking of the ones who live local, you know. You know, Andrew lives like up north of New York, and then Jim is like from Arkansas or something. But I don't know.
It was just funny.
How funny.
At the time. But it's like, come on, this is literally tailor-made
for me.
Like, but
I don't know if you saw the news that a season 2 is going to happen.
No, I did not.
And I mean, they've changed the format. Disney Plus has picked it up.
Disney Plus.
It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, from what I understand, it's going to be teenagers.
Come on.
I will say nothing because Disney owns my life, but yeah.
Yeah, you spend a lot of your time and money there.
Yeah, I do. No, they literally own my life.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Even all this time later. Wow.
Let that be a lesson to you folks. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because that was the last time I read that contract. But you know, you work for one of those affiliates and they're gonna own the rights to your life story.
Ah, dang it.
So if I become famous, it better be for something good.
Yeah, do it. All right. Good things for you, for fame. All right.
So play me. Would it be amazing if I play myself?
That'd be amazing.
Like life story.
People have done it. What's her face? Oh my god.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Diana Ross. Why did I call her what's her face? That was weird.
You couldn't like
make the connection. I was seeing everything she did. She played herself in her own life story on for a TV movie. It was like a two-parter. It's like a 2-night thing. Yeah, she played herself, and she was not good at it.
That's so sad.
She sang it beautifully.
Of course.
But she was not good at playing herself. And the really funny thing is,
her daughter play her.
Her daughter played her for the young stuff. So Tracy Ellen Ross is some years older than me. Not 10, but 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that zone. She played very young Diana Ross, like at 19, 20 years old. But then it was really funny. 22-year-old Diana Ross was played by Diana Ross, who was like 50 at the point. And it's just like,
oh yeah. It's like, okay.
It's like, look, I'm not saying you don't look good. I'm just saying you don't look 22.
It's a big difference.
Just have Tracy do it.
The last person
and
I played,
you lip sync it.
I played teenage Marian Anderson, so I guess.
How old were you when you played teenage Marian Anderson?
2 years ago.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You gotta love TV. You gotta love TV movies. It's like, you'll do. This
is for a documentary series, Philadelphia: The Great Experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I played Marian Anderson.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
It was great. I had a great time.
Number one, that's brilliant, and congratulations. Number two, that's like some Saved by the Bell stuff of like, here's 45-year-olds playing high school kids. All right.
Hey, I will do whatever it takes. I already dress like I'm in high school.
We all do. We never stopped.
Hot topic.
Well,
that's actually going to do it for today's show. I'd like to thank my wonderful guest, Jasmine Leilani Kyle, for joining me here on today's Shakespeare Coffee Break. And by the way, let's have one last noisy slurp right now. Oh, that's just good internet audio. Oh, and thank you to my dear friend Melissa, the founder of Chase Treasure, for sending me this lovely and adorable cup. Heck is empty, and all the spicy boys are here. Billy Boy Wigglespear. It's weird, but I like it. So, friends, Jasmine's interview is going to be broken up into several parts, at least 2, if not 3, because we just went on for over 90 minutes, and it is spectacular. We also talked for about a half an hour before we hit the record button. So, it's great. So, you have to come back and watch more of her. Go follow her on all the things, specifically her Tumblr, Tolkien Black Girl. Such a great name. And on Instagram, she's A Paladin's Perspective. And friends, if you've enjoyed this show half as much as I enjoy making it, I obviously have enjoyed it twice as much as you do. And that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will detail your car because I have no pride. But I'm not going to do it until after the pandemic. You got to bring the car to me. For reasons. Throw it into my hat. In my hat, I mean buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. And if you'd like to support the show on an ongoing basis, consider becoming my Patreon of the arts. Go to patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3 and go all the way up to $30. And right now, all the perks are the same. Because some of you want to throw the money at me, and that is amazing and very much appreciated. And some of you have just a little bit that you can give. That is also incredibly appreciated. So we're all in this together, and I want all of you to get access to my silly antics. Tonight, speaking of silly antics, please tune in for a special benefit reading of 6 Lovers in Florence. It's a wonderful play by Dan Wentzel, starring the social distancing players, people who have come from all over North America, from festivals, from Louisiana to Connecticut and places in between, and from many different variety acts. And also, we have a reader from Amsterdam tonight. So tune in and watch that. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Support the show by supporting our sponsors. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, Middletown, Pennsylvania. Machinery movers and erectors. Go to hillrigging.com. Renfest.org, your online directory of Renaissance festivals, vendors, and entertainers. Henderson's Hearth, classic Celtic recipes for today's on-the-go schedule. Visit them at hendersonshearth.com and at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival weekends starting November 7th. Dandy Folk, bits and baubles for the sharp and snazzy. Reversible venture hoods, scarves, masks, and more to get you through the seasons in style. Save $5 off of your order of $50 or more using our special code DeathByFluffyKittens. Shop now at dandyfolk.etsy.com.